Jamie, thanks for taking the time today, but I've got to start with congratulations.
Thank you.
Golden Boot. How's it feel to be top of the tree last season?
No, it was good. Obviously stumbled over the line though, but no, obviously to be up there and to get to take the Golden Boot home after a tough season, I was obviously over the moon.
Oldest player to do it as well. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do you feel good about that? Proud about it?
Hopefully it's a good thing, and it's me saying that I'm not as old as I am on paper. So, it's like I said, it's really good for me, and just got to carry that on now into this season. It's
a huge achievement, and the celebration was still there as well at the weekend. You nicked yourself a couple more goals, got off to a flying start, and nobody there, but you were still.
It doesn't matter if there's 30,000 fans or there's no fans. You score a goal, you need to be celebrating. So straight to where the home fans would have been sat in a little couple of years.
People don't know how hard it is to score goals, especially in this league. What do you do as an individual to sort of stand out, to make you give yourself every chance of scoring goals? You spend lots of time on this training ground on your own with the coaches.
The majority of it is obviously on the training ground. Obviously, as a striker yourself, you know that a lot of it's natural instincts as well, but putting that extra work in on the training field after a session, one-on-one with one of the coaches or like a group of us, then if there's a bit of extra there to be done, then I'll make sure I'll be doing it.
And what do you feel that your team have got to do to get back to where you need to be? And what I mean by that is challenging for the title again. I know you did it very well. You fell away slightly towards the end of the season, but you've been there close for a long time. You want to get back there, Jay. What you got to do differently?
I think it's the consistency. I think especially when obviously the pandemic came in and everyone got locked down, came back, we weren't really the same. So I think it's about getting that consistency, and I think a lot of it was mental as well. So making sure that we're mentally prepared for anything.
What's it been like, the training situation during these really strange times?
It's been really strange. I mean, when we first came back in, it was training in groups of 5, and weren't allowed to use the dressing rooms. There was a little cleaning station where you could walk through, take your mucky kit off, have a little wash, put your kit on to go home in, and that's the kit you were wearing the next day. So it was strange, but it kept progressing until we were able to obviously all train together. But there were still guidelines in, weren't allowed to train longer than 15 minutes in the same area.
Wow.
For obviously the close contact with each other. But all that's gone at the minute. We obviously still know that we do have to be careful, but we are getting tested once a week as well, which is helping it all out.
And you've got all the bases covered here. You know, the health and when I came this morning, temperature and everything that has to be done. It's kind of a far cry from where you actually came from, isn't it? You started very much like myself, right at the bottom of the tree, and you've had to work your way up. Came into football very late. Was it always in your head that I know I'm good enough, I can make it to the top?
No.
Was it not? No. Did you never have that feeling?
No. Do you know what it was? I was just playing and just enjoying myself, really enjoying myself. I've had good dressing rooms everywhere I've been, and when I was in the lower leagues, it was more like just playing with your mates and having a smile on my face. And I mean, luckily, it kept building up, and I was getting a move, and then played another season, got another move, and then I had one last season at Fleetwood, and signed here, and the rest is history. Was it just get your head down, score goals, and see what happens? Was it that kind of attitude? It weren't even that. I'm a firm believer of, if you're enjoying yourself, you're playing your best football, and that was all I was wanting to do, just make sure that I was enjoying it. And with that enjoyment, then came performances that were getting me the goals, and where I've been, like Stocksbridge, Halifax, Fleetwood, we were all winning things. So to come here and obviously carry on doing the same over the years has been really good. Do you now you're one of the seniors, sorry to say, you're one of the seniors now, do you like that responsibility here, you know, a big club like Leicester, Premier League, challenging for titles and trophies? You're now one of the seniors, you're one of the players that the kids look up to. Is that do you like that responsibility? It's not bad. It's good when one of the youngsters comes up and they're asking you if they've trained with us, like they're positioning what what I'd not like as a striker from a defender, and you give them as much tips as possible, because you want them to be successful as well, and you want them to be able to see that there's a pathway into the first team, and they have a good career, hopefully, with the club itself.
Is it mainly forwards that come up to you and say, "Listen, Jamie, how do I do this? What should I do here? Do I change my penalty technique?"
To be fair, most of the chats have been with centre-halves. Some of the young lads, yeah, because I think they've been drilled on how, obviously, to deal with certain strikers, but then you get me, who's just running around being an absolute pest, not giving them a moment's quiet. So it's just more what I wouldn't like from a centre-half if I'm playing against them. So I just try and give them as many tips as I can that'll help them progress. I
think that helped me as a ageing centre forward whose legs went at about 33, 34. I went to centre half when I was your age because I couldn't run about anymore. And to get that kind of information from someone like yourself really helped me. You know, as a senior when I was playing then, I got help from seniors, and they said to me, "Dion, get in that position, get in that position." It gives you that sort of 2 or 3 yards, doesn't it? And I suppose that's what they're getting from you, those kids, that kind of information.
Yeah, it probably is. I think it helps them as well, probably a bit tactically, so they know roughly what position to exactly be in. If a quick striker is going to make a run, they've already got that extra couple of yards on them so that they can get to the ball first, or whether I'm dropping in deep, then they'll know to obviously follow me in there and make sure there's contact so I can't get turned.
So I mentioned penalties. 2 very good penalties at the weekend. One of them nearly hit the post. Both hit the side netting.
Yeah, side netting both.
Have you consciously thought, well, laces normally that you normally smash them in any corner you want to put him in, but you changed slightly. Is that conscious or?
No, it's just I always practice the day before a game.
Penalties?
Yeah, always do a bit of shooting, a couple of free kicks with some of the lads like Madders and Dimmy.
I haven't seen you on free kicks yet.
Yeah, I've got a set area where it needs to be, and then it's game over. It's in the back of the net and I'm taking it. So, but no, and then after I'll make sure that one of the young keepers will come down and I'll have 5 penalties against them. They have a competition between themselves to see how many they're going to save, so it's always nice to get one over on them, but put them all 5 exactly the same corner when I was warming up for them the day before, and there was no way I was going to change my mind during the game. Okay,
so the next lot of penalties you'll get some more penalties this season. Burnley at the weekend, will you practice the same way, day before?
Yeah, I'll practice exactly the same as I normally would. I'll pick my spot before I take the 5 against the youngsters, and that'll be where I'll be going.
Is the Golden Boot scoring the most goals? Is it in your head now for this season? Are you thinking, I want to retain it, I want the Golden Boot again? Are you thinking, I want to be the top of the tree again? Does that enter your head or not really?
Nah, not at all. It's never anything that comes into my head, to be honest with you. The main thing is obviously the club picking up the points. We got the 3 on Sunday, and we've got another tough game coming up Sunday at home now, which we know if we're playing at its best, then we can get the win, but we need to be at its best, and that's what we'll be trying to do.
Thanks for checking out the BBC Sport YouTube channel. Remember to give this video a like and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload. See you soon.